We had a real oral tradition in our house. I knew the word griot when I was a little boy. A griot was a person in Africa who was charged with keeping the stories of the village. Everyone would tell a griot the stories and they would remember them all so that they could tell future generations. And when they got old, they'd tell them to someone else. And they say in Africa, when a griot dies, it's like a library was burnt, man.
The griots were these brilliant African storytellers who learned for generations, from the father to son, mother, daughter, the stories of their people, their kings, their lands, etc., and so forth. In order to instruct others, they would have these huge sessions where they would sit around and pass these stories down and instruct people and so forth.
And the griot is the man who sits down there, who knows the history, who knows every single story that is important, relevant for that kingdom.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Griot. Welcome to episode 9, part 1. So, on today's episode, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about Mr. Sean Connery, aka Mr. Sir Sean Connery. This man is a legend. I was a little kid watching James Bond, and he had the British accent, and he was killing them. He had been named the world's sexiest man at one point. He was on the Untouchables. For y'all that don't know anything about that, definitely go check that out and watch it. The Rock with Nicolas Cage, like I'm talking about movies upon movies upon movies and TV shows. The man's a legend, and he passed away at 90 years old. So, even though it's sad that he's gone, he made his mark on this world. And you never really heard anything negative about Mr. Sean Connery, but you can go back and you can see what he's given to the public. And I would just like to say thank you very much for that legacy, and that we're going to miss him. But he lived to 90 years old, so he got to see a lot more life than a lot of other people did. It just sucks that in 2020, this was his year to go, because we done lost so many already. And I think that we still are not taking that time to acknowledge how much death we're seeing right now. Like every year somebody dies, and every year somebody's born, but I'm talking about the people we're losing right now. Chadwick Boseman, like there's so many greats that we lost this year, and it's crazy. It's just back to back to back. So it brings me into my topic, seasons. We all live life, and as we go through life, we enter different seasons. Right now, for me personally, I'm going through a spiritual season where I'm starting to learn to cut the bullshit out, and I can feel that I'm needing something. I'm needing my scripture. I'm needing my word. I need my guidance, and I know that because I know when I start getting into a certain type of mind frame, it's like God puts me back on the right track. I've said this many, many times, and I continue to say it. I'm not a religious person, but I'm a very spiritual person. A couple weeks ago, I was asleep, and I haven't read the Bible in I don't know how long. And I had a bad dream, and at the end of the dream, it was just a verse, or just words, and it said Matthews 10:15-2. So I woke up after I saw that, and I went back, got on my phone, checked out what that verse was, and I'm not going to speak on it. I just if you want to go check it out, you go check it out. I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? I believe God does send signs to people, and he gave that to me, so it's something I got to work through. But like I said, I have my moments where if I'm veering off in life, or I catch myself getting enraged by stuff easily, or I feel a certain type of way, it's always something that puts me back on track. And I know it's always God calling me back to the fray, telling me to stand strong where I'm at. So that's the season I'm in right now. along with seasons, we got to understand that people come in your life aren't always going to be there. It's seasons. Some people come for a short period of time, some people come for a long period of time, and some people are there for forever, even after death. But you got to understand that, and you got to understand where people are in your life with those relationships as they evolve. Don't be so trapped. Don't feel trapped and feeling like you just got to hold on to people, because you also got to give people space. So you got to understand that between you and those individuals that you have relationships with. So you also understand that you are a season to somebody else as well. I think we get so caught up in trying to be somebody for somebody else. You can't always be somebody for somebody else. You can be there for them when they need you, but that's about it. So that's what I wanted to speak on when it came to seasons. I hope that this season is bringing y'all much joy and good times. Since I spoke about a little bit about death earlier, I've almost died 3 times in my life, and each time I almost died, it was by drowning. So when I was young, I went with a church to a little getaway, and it was my first time at a pool. I jumped into the pool because I saw the other kids jumping into the pool. I didn't know any better. I thought if you jump in, you'd just be able to swim. I jumped into the deep end. Luckily, somebody saw me that saved me. Second time, my mom sent me to take some swimming lessons, and I fell off the cliff of the Big Red Dog floaty, and it floated over me, and I almost drowned in. The third time, I was jumping into a pool, and my cousin told me, "Hey man, jump off the diving board." So I jumped off the diving board, and I made it back. So I was like, okay, I did it. Now I can do it again. Jump off the diving board. My cousin tried to jump in. He trying to save me, but I'm gasping and fighting for air, so I'm pulling him down. It took 3 bodyguards, or not 3 bodyguards, but 3 what's some people called? Lifeguards. It took 3 lifeguards to pull us out the pool. And now here I am in the Navy. Can't swim still, but it's all good because you know what? I work through it. I find a way to make it work. So figure out where you are in life, what your season is. Know your temperaments. Know what angers you. Know what makes you happy. Know that in times where you're feeling down or you may be feeling depressed or like your back's against the wall, if you don't feel like no one else is there for you, God, pray. Do something. Like everybody, I'm not saying that you have to, but I know for me, a spiritual journey is always needed sometimes. And when you're going through that spiritual journey, that's between you and the maker. So take that time to acknowledge that, because if something ain't right or you feeling uneasy about something, that may be him trying to call you and pull you in the right direction. You just got to listen. All right, y'all have a safe day. Peace.